Hey, 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 PreMarket Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin, Mitch Hotch. A lot going on today, Joel. A lot going on. I see a lot of green on my screen, but I do see some red, some moves that make sense to me, some moves making no sense to me. What are you seeing out there?
Just another day in the markets here on this manic Monday. We're trading green by 64 handles. A little bit of rockiness over the that higher open, but we came down, found support well above the close from yesterday, 37.17 end of quarter. And folks, we came all the way back up and we matched Friday's high. Believe it or not, Friday's high 77 and a quarter. We got to 77 even. We still have 18 minutes to go, but there is a pair of highs in the same area. But that is some 120 points off that pre-market low of 36.56.50. Crude went from the weekly low to the weekly high. Matched the weekly low overnight, right back up at the high of the move. Good day for the crude oil market. You have gold, that's up 1290 at 1863.20. Not having as good a day as its brother, silver. Silver up 9%. Real interesting chart here for folks. This is the front month futures contract. And can the retail buying frenzy, and I don't know if it's retail or hedge funds, but whatever you're reading,
Yeah.
someone's buying it. And they pushed it just above that high that you had in August in 3018. You got 30 to quarter. Now you're still up $22.34. But don't know if we're going to get that close over 30. So some interesting trading action, heavy volume in silver. Bitcoin wasn't able to hold those gains from this morning. That's down $875 at 33,980.
Yeah, the reason we talked about silver for like 20 minutes today is because you never see those kinds of moves in silver. You never see that kind of overnight gap. You just don't see it.
Yeah, been acting strange lately. We saw what it did, at the end of last week, and whoever's buying, they're buying, and they're trying to push this thing. $30 to me is the real bogey on this, as I mentioned. That was closing above that all-time highs up over $50. I think it got to $50 in during the Hunt Brothers, the great short squeeze in 1979, 1980. And then it got there back in 2011. So that's what you're looking at as far as all-time highs. Silver market gold had hit an all-time high close to 2100 early in August, but that doesn't have the legs that silver does today.
The SLV chart's a little bit cleaner to me because you can just see that high at 4 a.m. and then it was just basically straight down, straight down from 4 a.m.
Yeah,
So
the 4 a.m. high XLV.
SLV.
Yeah, what am I thinking? XLV,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I
yeah.
should know that. But yeah, you had that 430. Actually, you got a little bit above that during the regular session, before
Oh
you
no, yeah.
had the
Oh
flush.
yeah, that's not 4 a.m. I'm sorry, I misread the chart.
The open.
That's 8. What is that? 8 o'clock last night. What is that?
When the green bar starts, I see the spike up to
What the hell is
28.
that?
That was 8 a.m. this morning,
Uh,
and
my,
then
my
it
my charts are being wonky. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can. What time was that high?
in the pre-market,
Yeah,
we hit
yeah.
it at the pre-market at around 8 o'clock, between 8 and 8:15,
All right.
and then you actually kissed it off the open. So there's your number 28. That equates to like 30-20, thirty
Okay.
thirty, with the silver futures.
All
But
right. Weird,
what
weird,
stocks you want to talk
weird
about?
divergence today. Well, let's just touch on this for a second, and then we got a lot of other stuff here. But weird divergence in the short squeeze stocks, right? Because GameStop is down 30%. Bed Bath and Beyond is down 15%, but AMC is for the moment green.
It's holding on. It's
Yeah,
holding on for
weird
dear,
divergence
dear, dear life there, Spencer. It's holding on.
for the moment.
Uh, these stocks are coming home to roost a little bit. GME, you got a lot of the shorts out of there. I don't know what's going on with the platforms, but there you go. Uh, boom, 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 boom. You took out that low from what was this low on Thursday? You had that low at 250. You made a 212 low today. Look like you're heading in that area. So I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at my last exit at 347.51 on a very small
Wow.
position, but that's where I got rid of the last of it. I'll
Here,
have
here's
to
your
print that one.
here's your GameStop update for the day. This is from Deadline Hollywood. They are reporting that Netflix is in talks to make a movie about these shenanigans over the last couple of weeks. They're making a movie about GameStop and Wall Street bets and the stock market. That's happening.
I don't know if that's great for the stock price.
I don't know.
Volume is coming down in it too. You're going to have your lowest volume day since January 21st when it closed at 43.03. Uh, AMC was holding in there. That traded up to 17 and a quarter. We talked about the $16 levels. So if you were looking at the pair of highs at 16 and 16 and a quarter, you were regretting it when it went to 17 and a quarter. It did that in the regular session. And now you are moving down towards that low on Friday. I believe that's at 1180. Also coming to roost here, Bed, Bath, and Beyond. This stock over $50. Now you got a critical low here at 28.78. Current low 29 and a quarter. So very important for triple BY to hold that 29 and 29 and change. And then this was from last week when I did it, or actually my article that went out over the weekend. It's 5 years of losses gained back in one day. Sustainable. Let's go. What else do we need?
So the real question I have for you is, will the GameStop movie be played at an AMC theater?
That's a good one.
Hopefully,
That's
I'd like
good.
to go see a
That's
movie.
that's good. That's clever. Nice job.
RAG's asking, does a gap fill always need news? And
Oh, that's a great
no,
question.
it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily need news. Sarepta is what he's talking about here. It's got some work to do. That's a big old gap to fill. It's gonna need. I would say it will need some good news. But that's kind of it's been quiet. I'll just look at it, Sarepta. You had the washout day. You made the low there. I know. Kathy Wood and Ark had been playing around in the sandbox, but last 4 days consolidation here looks like 87. That kind of targets three on the last four lows and pair of highs up at actually triple top up at 92.50. So this one looks like it's quieting down a little bit.
Can we talk Neo for a second? Because I don't want to get too conspiratorial. And Joe Saluzzi said on our show this morning that you don't know who is in the market with you. But this Neo chart this morning just, I don't know, man. There was news. The news was they announced their January deliveries, which I guess were good year over year, but down quarter over quarter. And it popped at 4 a.m. and it traded in that $58, $59 window for the entirety of the pre-market, and then at 9:30, boom, flush. Again, not to get too conspiratorial, but come on, is good news at 4 a.m. bad news at 9:30? Come on.
Liquidity comes in to the markets. What stands out to me here is this 55. I mean, as long as you stay above this $55 area today, you got a little bit below it. Let's see what the low is for today. For me, I still put 54.37, so it's a little bit below there. But that's below undercut this low, this low, this low, this low. You're getting a nice bounce out of there. So keep out 54.37 on the upside. Let's see here. You found resistance I believe, right at, no, we closed at 57. You got the 59.12. Really don't have a reference for you on the upside, but 59.12 may not be a bad target. The only time I caught, on this one, if you were playing it off the open 59.07, 59.12 high. you pretty quickly, if you're basing your entry off the open, found out pretty quickly you were wrong on that one.
I don't know. All I'll say on that is it takes a lot less volume to drive a stock higher at 4 a.m. than it does to drive it lower at 9:30.
Exactly.
Okay. What about Nokia here? And this is, I think, where a lot of the frustration was last week. From Dennis's point of view, is what he was saying was eventually all these charts look the same, and he referenced Tilray, but Nokia is a carbon copy, right? The chart looks. This is the kind of move that we expect GameStop to make, and Nokia has already made it.
They got it that one day.
That was it. And that was it.
That was on let's see, Wednesday. Traded over 1 billion shares when it got up to 979, and it came in quickly that day. Closed at 655, and then Nokia went back to being Nokia. I will say though, 3 lows in the same. This 450, 460 area, really critical here. Going back, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows. This is called it the 460 area. You nicked it, almost got there today, 466. So if you're hanging on to this one, thinking it's going back up, there's your area of support that you need to hold.
All right, 3:52, 8 minutes left in the session. Joel, mostly green today. I mean, the S&P 500 is I don't know, 4/5 green. If I just had a
I'm looking at the top components here. You had what's kind of interesting here after the fact. Sometimes the end of the months are a little bit weak, and then you have the new money coming in at the beginning of the month. So that very well could have happened today. You had the lows on Friday, lows for the week, closed near there. You had to wash out, and then you came back. But keeping a close eye on 37.77. As I said, that was Friday's high, and or Friday's high was 77 and a quarter. Today's high 77. But yeah, Apple, after getting beat up after its earnings report, that had several bad days in a row. That's having a nice rebound. Let's see here. Microsoft back up at 240. Amazon, that's tomorrow after the close, right? So that's
yep. Amazon and Alphabet are tomorrow after the close.
Yeah, Amazon having a little, we were talking about how sleepy and how quiet it was, but it looks like it woke up today. And here, this is really interesting going into the report. You're getting to the top of this 1, 2, 3, 4 month trading range. This is called 33. Well, the highest of this area is 33.6680. So not quite there yet to get to the top of the trading range, but nice move at Amazon ahead of the report. Google too, that's up 4%. So big tech here leading the rally today. This is right near all-time highs. So anything good in the report, we could actually be seeing that all-time high made last month at 1934.86 in Goog without the L.
You know who else reports tomorrow afternoon? Chipotle. Look at that chart. That is an all-time high for Chipotle, and this one breaks my brain a little bit because I can understand why stocks for companies that were made for pandemics would be at all-time highs. I get it. Amazon, I get it. Shopify, I get it. Chipotle, I do not get it. I do not get that.
Had their burritos once, never really liked them. Got up there. Let's see, 1508.72. You have taken that out today. It's been as high as 1669. Really, you're poised to post a new all-time closing high by quite a wide margin, by 8 points. So we'll be keeping an eye on the close today, wherever that may be, a new all-time high. Let's see if this is the time that it just goes through and just keeps on going. But 1503.68, that was your all-time closing high. That was January 21st.
Wow. I hadn't looked at Tesla for a couple of days because we were so caught up in this GameStop stuff. I don't think I've looked at Tesla since like Tuesday or Wednesday, honestly.
nice after the report. Let's just call it 8:45. That's our area. I believe the high on the day of the report was 8:48. No, that was Thursday's high. So that where did you get today? 8:40.74. So keep an eye on
It's
that.
Thursday morning.
Still making new highs on the session as we speak, going into the close. So not much up there until
Wow.
Thursday's high, 8:48, and you had about a Oh, this is pretty easy. 120-point retracement or 120-point break from that 900-90040 high. How's that for whole numbers? 120-point break, 60 of that. Oh, get you right here at the 848. So for you Tesla bulls, you're getting half of this loss back. Maybe just hang out there a couple days and fill that gap to earnings. That earnings gap goes all the way up to 1858.66.
See, I'd already forgotten that they reported on Wednesday night. It left my brain because we didn't talk about it at all
We
on
hardly
Thursday.
talked about earnings
So
last week.
I just forgot that earnings last week. All right, 3:57, a couple of minutes left. Let's look at cannabis here. There was a headline that broke just before we came on here, Joel, that a couple of senators, Chuck Schumer from New York, Cory Booker from New Jersey, and others said that they're going to bring forward some kind of federal legalization plan for cannabis in the early part of this year. I'm not really sure what early part of this year means. That can mean February, or that can mean like April. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. But cannabis stocks all spiked a little bit, not a ton.
Yeah, the MJ is not really reflecting that move. We'll have to dig down and see
What
what
about?
components are in there that are dragging it. But
I mean, it's all the Canadian LPs. It's all Canopy Growth. It's a free Tilray.
that's a big.
That's all the
Mitch
MJ.
pointed out that big, fat, thick green candle for the month of January. Getting into some interesting area here between 40 and 50. After the stock came off that all-time high, spent 1, 2, 3, 4 months between 40 and let's call it 46 before it broke down and lost 40. Lost 40 for good. So let's see if there's a lot of stock to chew through here, or it's just going to blast the top of that 3 months trading range. That was actually 52.74, 51.66. Your next monthly high comes in, if you want to jot that down. 44.17 could be an intermediate target. That was your June 2018 high. Spoos just were close to kissing that high of the day. And let's see.
We're right there. We're right there.
We're right there. Yep. And just trying to close over 32.70, but it looks going to be a great day for the market after Friday's route and a couple of rocky days. The buy the dippers are in here today in full force.
Buy the dip works again. All right, everyone, hit that like button on YouTube. That'll help us out. It'll help more people find our broadcast, and we appreciate that. What else was I going to say? That's pretty much it. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit share with your friends, tweet at us. Joel's at Spoos. That's what the at SPUS means. That's Joel's Twitter handle. I'm at SJ Israel, and that's going to be a wrap here. We're going to close in about 5 seconds. So
little dip off the close, off Friday's high.
There we
Little
go.
sun on the close. I didn't check the imbalances. Keeping a close eye on 37.77 overnight. We'll be back with you guys in the morning.
That's the plan. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.